Oh, beautiful girls. That's why you'll never work, nigga. Sean, you already used to the motherfucking title. Sean Kingston and his mother is sentenced forever. They're gone. GG's, nigga. Oh, shit. Chill.
Sean Kingston couldn't say a word as he was escorted out of the courtroom hours ago. His mom had been arrested, and he had begged agents to protect her as they took her away. But with fraud spanning millions of dollars and involving scamming relatives, and even using his connections with Justin Bieber to dupe people, Kingston should also be worried about how long he's going to be in prison as well.
Wild shit.
What happened to Sean Kingston? For those who might be too young to remember, Kingston was deadass, giving us that unique Jamaican-American sound that had everyone vibing. But fast forward to today, and Kingston's name is trending for all the wrong reasons. No cap, this story is wild. Sean Kingston and his mother, Janice Turner, were found guilty of wire fraud, defrauding businesses of over $1 million in luxury goods. That's right, not just Sean, but his mom too. They're literally facing up to 20 years in prison per charge, and the sentencing, it's scheduled for July 11th, 2025. The internet is absolutely losing it over this mother-son duo caught up in some serious legal drama. Let's rewind for a second though. Before we get into all the fraud tea, we need to understand who Sean Kingston really is. This man didn't exactly have the easiest come up. His early life was marked by hardship, including a breaking and entering charge at age 11, time in jail, boot camp, and periods of—
Nigga, at 11? What the fuck? Bro, you need to be smarter than that. Getting caught at 11? Boy, damn, bro, you was already destined to get. You was already destined to be. Damn, bro, I can't even hear this shit. 1 second. He was destined to. It seems like he was destined to be in prison, boy. You know, getting caught at 11 and shit, boy. You don't know what you're doing. But beautiful girls, nigga.
Homelessness, often sleeping in cars with his family. No joke, it was tough. What's even crazier is that his mother, Janice Turner, was incarcerated for identity fraud during his teenage years, adding to the family struggles. Despite all this, Kingston managed to turn things around when he was discovered on YouTube and signed to Beluga Heights Records in 2007. His rise to fame was literally the definition of going from 0 to 100 real quick. And for a while, it seemed like Kingston had finally made it out of those tough situations. But here's where things get spicy. Kingston's career hasn't exactly been popping off lately. His follow-up albums Tomorrow 2009 and Back to Life 2013 saw diminishing commercial success, with Back to Life failing to chart at all. Basically, the man went from chart-topping hits to struggling to stay relevant. And this financial decline might be a key piece of the puzzle when we look at what led to these fraud allegations. Let's talk about what actually went down, because this is where it gets absolutely bonkers. In May 2024, Kingston's South Florida mansion was raided by SWAT, leading to his arrest alongside his mother on charges of fraud and theft. Like, we're talking full-on SWAT team raid, the type of thing you'd see in those intense police shows. There's literally footage of this raid that shows how serious the situation was. The allegations against Kingston and his mother are truly next level. They were accused of defrauding businesses of over $1 million through fraudulent documents and failed bank transfers, targeting sellers of high-end vehicles, jewelry, and other goods. We're talking Cadillac Escalades, designer watches.
No. You can't get me. Bro, this nigga just dress up as a Muslim? Nah, nigga. You ain't finna give me
vehicles,
like,
jewelry, and other goods. We're talking Cadillac Escalades, designer watches worth 6 figures, and luxury home theater systems. The man was really out here trying to ball out on a budget, a fraudulent budget. One of the most damning pieces of evidence came from Fort Lauderdale jeweler Moshe Edery, who trying to ball out on a budget.
This nigga really dressed up as a Muslim, bro.
Escalades, designer watches worth 6 figures, and luxury home theater systems. The man was really out here trying to ball out on a budget, a fraudulent budget. One of the most damning pieces of evidence came from Fort Lauderdale jeweler Moshe Edery, who testified about Kingston providing a fake wire transfer screenshot for a $285,000 watch. Just imagine being so confident that you think you can get away with sending a fake screenshot for something worth almost 300 G's. The audacity is legitimately unfortunately on another level. The evidence against Kingston and his mom is looking mad sus. The police found voice memos and texts, such as Kingston instructing his mother to create fake receipts to delay payments. Like they literally have receipts on the receipts. In one particularly incriminating text, Kingston told his mother, "I told you to make fake receipts so it looks like the transfer will be there in a couple of days." Major yikes. Now, as we all know, Sean Kingston...
What a fucking goofy. Bro's getting his mom and his criminal activities. What is he doing? Bro, so now, nigga, that's goofy, bro. I don't know what bro's doing, you know. You might as well just found you a little, you know, thing, you know, who knows how to do that type of stuff. But you probably would have got snitched on, though, so, you know. Okay, but bro, you getting your mom caught up in this? Come on, bro.
Isn't just known for his music. He's had his fair share of personal struggles and challenges. In 2011, he was seriously injured in a jet ski accident in Miami, Florida, alongside a female passenger, which shows that his life has been full of ups and downs. But this fraud case is hitting different because it involves family and potentially decades behind bars. What's also interesting about this whole situation is how Kingston was using his celebrity status to pull off these scams. According to court documents, Kingston leveraged his fame by name-dropping former collaborators like Justin Bieber and promising social media advertising to lure businesses. He even told a home entertainment company he was Bieber's business partner
15 years
to secure
ago,
a $150,000 home theater system, a claim that Bieber was supposedly unaware of. Talk about clout chasing gone wrong. The sheer magnitude of this fraud is actually wild.
Nigga still trying to hold on to his fame and shit, man.
Kingston and his mother defrauded multiple businesses, including jewelers, car dealerships, and luxury goods providers, using fraudulent documents and fake wire transfers. The scheme was active from October 2023 to March 2024, which means they were at this for months. According to
y'all wasn't even at it for long, bro. Y'all was at it for like 6 months, bro, before y'all got caught, bro. You see what I'm saying, bro? Y'all need to stop doing that crime. Stop doing that crime, man. You're gonna do the time. That nigga finna be doing a whole bunch of years for 6 months of work. Come on. Was it really worth it, Sean?
To the court records, the total amount defrauded is over $1 million. That's not just
shit, nigga, maybe it was worth it. Fuck, man, damn.
Little scam. That's a whole operation.
Shit, nigga,
here's a breakdown of some of the major items they allegedly scammed. An Audemars Piguet watch worth $285,000 from Fort Lauderdale jeweler Moshe Edery. A bulletproof Cadillac Escalade valued at $159,701.49 from an exotic car dealership. A luxury bed valued at over $86,000 from a company named Mari. A $150,000 home theater system from a luxury TV company. Various jewelry valued at $480,000 from other businesses. The trial itself was a whole vibe. In March 2025, a Broward County jury found Kingston and Turner guilty of 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 4 counts of wire fraud after 3 hours of deliberation. 3 hours. That's how quickly the jury was convinced of their guilt. The man who once sang about fire burning is now watching his future go up in flames. After the verdict, Kingston was placed under house arrest with electronic monitoring, required to post a bond of a home valued at $500,000 and $200,000 in cash, while his mother was taken into custody. The moment was apparently emotional, with Kingston begging marshals to protect my mother as she was taken away.
What a goofy, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's why you shouldn't get your mother involved in your criminal activities, buddy. Now you're begging the judge to please let my mom get out of this, bro, please. I don't want to see my mom die in jail. You should have thought about that, bro. Which one, bro? Why was you texting through your phone number talking about I was telling you to make the fake receipts because, you know, it's going to send over to the wire balance and it's going to delay. You stupid, bro. There's no perfect crime. There's no perfect crime in 2025. Nigga.
Your mom get taken to jail has got to hit different, but that's not even the end of it all.
Oh, God, boy.
From mansion raids to courtroom drama. So the whole legal saga kicked off in May 2024 when authorities decided they'd had enough of Kingston's alleged shenanigans. A SWAT team raided Kingston's rented mansion in Southwest Ranches, Florida, leading to his mother's arrest. The footage from this raid was giving major movie vibes. We're talking officers in tactical gear, police vehicles surrounding the property, the whole nine. Kingston wasn't home during the raid, but that didn't save him from catching these hands of justice. He was later arrested in California at Fort Irwin Army Base after performing at a concert. Imagine going from from performing on stage to being put in handcuffs. Talk about a
What a
vibe check.
goofy.
TMZ got the whole thing on video, and it's absolutely
You know
wild to
TMZ
see how
was there.
quickly Kingston's
Nigga,
life changed. After the arrest,
Nigga, you know TMZ was there. My bad. Nigga was fucking speaking like a drunk man. But you know TMZ was there, nigga. We're already on your stupid ass, boy. Already on your goofy ass, nigga. They was the first ones to be there, nigga. They probably got the insight from the police that they was coming. Nigga. They was already. Sean Kingston. Beep, beep. We got your dumb ass, boy.
things got real official real quick. Kingston was booked into Broward Jail on June 4th, 2024, with charges related to the $1 million fraud case and bond set at $100,000. Then, 2 months after the arrest, both Kingston and his mother were indicted in Miami federal court. This wasn't just some minor legal trouble. They were facing serious federal charges that could send them away for decades. The court appearances that followed were giving total drama. During a pre-trial hearing on August 26, 2024, both Kingston and his mother pleaded not guilty, with Kingston's attorney even seeking dismissal of one case. But the prosecution wasn't having it. They had receipts, literally and figuratively. Now, I want y'all to understand just how serious these charges are. Kingston and Turner were charged with 1 count of conspiracy to commit wire fraud and 4 counts of wire fraud. Each of these counts carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. Do the math. That's potentially 100 years if the sentences were to run consecutively.
Okay, bro. Well, 1 second.
Now, typically sentences run concurrently, but still, we're talking about some serious time behind bars. The trial itself was mad interesting. It lasted 5 days, with the prosecution presenting evidence of 33 fake wire transfer receipts.
Damn.
One of the key moments in the trial came when Fort Lauderdale jeweler Moshe Edery testified about how Kingston provided a fake wire transfer screenshot for a $285,000 watch. Edery claimed that Kingston promised to introduce him to other celebrities for future business opportunities, even playing a voice memo in court where Kingston said, "I'm going to have you at all my video shoots and red carpets." But those promises turned out to be cap, and Edery allegedly...
I'm not gonna lie. If you believe any nigga who's who their fame has been like probably 15 years, bro, 10, 15 years in the past, bro, I would not believe no nigga who says, "Yo, bro, I'm gonna bring you to the top, bro. You gonna be popping just like me." Nigga, what are you doing, bro? Like, nigga, you have nothing to show me, bro. I mean, yeah, you might be Sean Kingston or motherfucking what is it, Bow Wow? Nigga, you might be one of them niggas, bro. But bro, you is not finna be nigga, what fame can you show me? Nigga, how am I finna get to the top? Nigga, you ain't at the top. You only had a few years at the top. But okay.
Lost his credibility and got fired as a result. What's also interesting is how the defense tried to spin this whole situation. Turner's defense claimed she was protecting her son from scammers, asserting she had always intended to pay back debts. Meanwhile, Kingston's defense portrayed him as a child, clueless about finances. But the jury wasn't buying what they were selling. After just 3 hours of deliberation, the jury found Kingston and Turner guilty on all counts. The moment the verdict was announced, the courtroom was filled with tension. Kingston was reportedly emotional, begging marshals to protect my mother as she was taken into custody. This moment really humanizes these situations. Regardless of what they did, seeing your mother headed to jail has got to be devastating. Now let's talk about what happens next. The sentencing is scheduled for July 11th, 2025, which means both Kingston and his mother are currently in limbo, waiting to find out exactly how many years they'll be facing. Kingston is under house arrest with electronic monitoring, while Turner remains in custody. The judge cited Turner's past criminal history as a reason for denying her bail, noting her 2006 conviction for bank fraud, for which she served 16 months in prison. This isn't the first time Turner has been in trouble with the law.
It's over. Don't even... Damn, my shit's glitching. But no, bro, it's over. It is over. Bro, you're done. You and your mom are done, bro. It's over, bro. Your mom has previous things of bank fraud, previous charges of bank fraud, nigga, convictions, but you're done. It's over. It's gone. You're everything is gone, nigga. What are you doing, bro? Nigga, there's no way y'all think that like your mom could be like let pass like with a slap on the wrist after committing bank fraud 20 years ago. And then, I'm just protecting my son from scams. I hope he doesn't, mess all his money up. Bro, y'all are done.
definitely doesn't help her case.
GG's.
During Kingston's teenage years, his mother was incarcerated for identity fraud, which adds a whole layer.
Shit, nigga, now I see why she wear that hijab or some shit, man. Damn, man. Shit.
Of complexity to this story. It seems like fraud charges run in the family, which raises questions about nature versus nurture and the cycle of criminal behavior. Speaking of cycles, let's not forget that Kingston himself had legal issues as a youth. At age 11, he faced a breaking and entering charge, leading to 21 days in jail and subsequent boot camp. His early life was marked by struggle, including periods of homelessness.
Bro, that's how you know them niggas was broke. Bro, at 11 you had to go to jail, nigga? I mean, like, juvie? Or, I don't know why I put quotations on juvie. But yeah, bro, at 11 you had to go to juvie for 21 days, bro? Nigga, that's how I know. I mean, damn, bro. They already knew you was at-risk youth, boy.
Where his family had to sleep in cars. It's a classic case of someone who came from nothing, made it big, and then seemingly couldn't maintain that lifestyle when the checks stopped coming in. What's particularly interesting about this case is the role Kingston's mother played. The judge described Turner as the operator, fixer, and accountant behind the scheme, managing deliveries and ensuring the fraudulent transactions proceeded smoothly. This wasn't just Kingston acting alone. It appears to have been a family operation, which makes the whole situation even more complicated. Both defendants' attorneys have indicated plans to appeal the verdict. Kingston's attorney, Zelska Bozanik, stated, "We do not agree with the verdict and express gratitude that Kingston was allowed to remain on bond pending sentencing." Turner's attorney, Humberto Dominguez, also plans to appeal, citing the need to challenge the court's decision.
Bro,
but realistically, the chances of a successful appeal seem slim given the overwhelming evidence presented during the trial. Now, let's talk about possible sentencing scenarios. While each count carries a maximum of 20 years, it's rare for first-time offenders to receive the maximum sentence, especially in white-collar crime cases. This isn't Turner's first rodeo with fraud charges, which could lead to a harsher sentence for her. Additionally, the scale of the fraud, over $1 million, and the number of victims involved could also factor into sentencing decisions. Federal sentencing guidelines take into account various factors, including the amount of money involved, the defendant's criminal history, and whether they accept responsibility for their actions. Given that neither Kingston nor Turner pleaded guilty or expressed remorse during the trial, they may not receive any leniency for acceptance of responsibility. Legal experts might predict that Kingston could face anywhere from 5 to 15 years, while his mother, given her prior convictions, could face a sentence closer to the maximum. However, this is pure speculation, and we won't know for sure until the sentencing hearing in July. Another factor that could influence sentencing is restitution. The total amount defrauded is over $1 million.
Bro, y'all finna be paying so much damn restitution, boy. You finna be paying your rap check, your music checks, nigga. The little bit money you get left,
might result in asset seizures or wage garnishment in the future. The fall from the top has been very loud, and fans have definitely provided more insight. Fan reactions, social media storm, and what's next.
Alright, bro. Nigga, what I think, honestly, bro, I think that nigga mama probably finna get, like, she an older woman, bro, and, you know what I'm saying, older woman in there, I think she's gonna get a little bit more leniency just off of the age, but obviously she got previous charges from 20 years ago, bro, like 19, so, bro, I would say that she's probably finna get, like, 13, anywhere from, like, 10 to 15 years. I think they're gonna probably get the same sentence, because since she was the operator, but she's a little bit older, bro, you know, hopefully she don't die in jail, nigga, because, you know, black women don't live that long, you know, but, yeah, they probably gonna be a little bit more lenient on her. Sean Kingston, bro, you're a cook, nigga. You might get, like, 10 years, bro, on God, you might get, like, 7 to 13, bro, no about. So, you know, if you start singing, you know, beautiful girls to the security guards and shit, nigga, start singing your old albums and shit to the inmates and security guards, you might get out on good behavior and shit, boy. So, you know, get out about 50%, or y'all probably gonna have to do 85% of that. But anyways, though, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, no doubt. Comment down below, you know, let me know what else I should be watching, bruh. Hey, peace.